Good to have you. Remember our MBA masterclass where we talked about M standing for mind your business, B standing for business model canvas, and the A standing for action. We talked about the M, which is mind your business, as your mind is the root of your business. Your mind is the foundation of your business. The first thing you have to invest in when you want to enter into any business is your mind. If you have not done that properly, every other things will not take shape. Now, this is business model canvas. Now, you don't do business because you're in the mood to do business. You do business because you have value to give. This time around, I want you to think differently about whatever it is that you know about business. Think differently. Just think differently. When you see this, like, wow, okay, I'm not trying to push any product forward, but what these guys have done, they have not done anything new, but they have thought differently about everything around. They brought phone to us in such a way that we never thought of before. Now, they didn't start the phone, they didn't invent a phone, but the existing one, they thought around it and okay, we can do this better. And when they came with that very slim laptop system, nobody thought like, wow, a laptop could be that slim. What happened? They thought differently. So I wanted to come with this perspective as we go on with this business model canvas. A lot of things I know you know about business model canvas, but the thing is not about what you know, it is about what works. Business is not about you being in the mood, it's about you having a value to give. And some of the time, or most of the time, it's not just the mood thing, it's the mode thing. You have to be in the mode, switch to the mode of it, not just in the mood. It's not feeling, it's value to give. Now, I'll ask you a few questions as you can see them now on the screen. Are you an entrepreneur spirit? Are you constantly thinking about how to create value and build new businesses, or how to improve or transform your organization? Are you trying to find innovative ways of doing business to replace old and outdated ones? If you answer yes to any of these questions, then you are in for the game. So let's go for it. Now, this is a basic canvas for business. I want you to quickly see value proposition at the middle of the whole thing. Now, if you don't have a value you want to give, then you are not fit to say you have a business. And value is not what just gives you money, it is what gives the people what it adds to them. It makes them have a sense of belonging in the society. Why I will go for a car is not because it's painted black. I will go for a car because when I have a car, I take lesser time to get to wherever I'm going. Unlike the guy that has a bicycle, when he's riding, it's exposed to more danger than myself. Apart from time time management. Now when I in my car, the way you see me is different from the way you see the man on his bicycle. You may not want to admit that, but that's the truth. So more than when you now see people in different cars, in fact the way you see them because of their car is also different. What has happened? Not that car is this or is that, because of the color or all of that, but it has been perceived differently based on the type of value that was delivered to them by the manufacturer of the car. So when you look at your business, you have identified the value. Okay, I want to give you this. The value you are giving me is not that the detergent washes clothes, no, but the detergent washes clothes in a different way. Maybe okay, it freshens the odor on my clothes, it freshens my clothes with certain fragrance that makes it different from other types in the market. It doesn't attack my fingers, it doesn't attack my hand, somehow, it doesn't make my white clothes lose its quality. That's value. Not just that, okay, this is a detergent, just use it to wash. And so what? There must be a difference in what you are bringing to what exists for us to say, okay, guy, let's have you in the market. Now, when you have your value, then that's good for you. But you now need to identify key activities. What are those things that you need to do to make this value get to the market with the desired quality at the right time? With with all of these, you have to identify key partners, because some of the time, one of the activity is identifying key partners. Key, there are a lot of keys there. I'm going to take them first of all. The key partner, key activity, key resources. When you hear key, something comes to mind, a door, right? Now, these key stores, they are the guys that opens the door. When you don't have them, you can open the door to propose value to the person behind the door. So key partner, very important. Key activity, very important. Key resources, very important. And all of these key stores, when you look at them from the perspective of the key, they are not as big as the door. They are just something as tiny as that small metal that can turn the door and makes it obey the hinges. So your key activities, your key partners, and your key resources are not the biggest part of your business. They're actually the pivotal part, that turning part of the business. So don't go about looking for the biggest thing for you to get into business. Look for that thing that makes the difference. Now, the cost structure is very important, that you know how you do your spending, because if you don't track it, it's going to pull you down. You won't just know how you have done it. Sometimes you can be too happy or too enthusiastic, and you just feel like, okay, you just want to spend the money because you just want to get it done. If you form that habit at the foundation of your value proposition, it will follow you up all through the cycle of business. And if care is not taken, it will quickly bring you down if you have nobody to highlight it to you, or yourself discover it and take care of it. So you have to check out, what are you spending, what are you getting, what are you buying, what are you selling, for you to be able to bring together your proposition. So let's go to the other side of it: the customer relationship, customer segment, channels, and revenue stream. It's very important that you find a segment of people that you want to meet their need. You are not to meet the need of everybody. That's very important. Everybody is nobody, and most of the time you get the old web, the old network cumbersome when you are going after everybody. Go after some people. When you go after some people, you can get them. When you get them, then you have that trophy to show to everybody. So everybody begins to look at you, okay, what is this guy doing? Even though it's not in their class, they'll give you, at least a little bit of their time, because you have been able to get some guys and show to them that everybody cannot be stupid. At least, when you get this, this number of people, it means that they know what, at least they have a sense that yes, what you are giving is valuable. Now, customer segment, I think I just talked about that now. Now, customer relationship. You must know how to build relationship with your customer. One of those ordeals I'm looking at for the robot generation we are going into is that a lot of people would think robots would do everything. They would think that, okay, robots would buy, would cover a lot of overheads and all of that. That's true, but robots are not emotional. Robots cannot relate with people on that human level of that human level of interchange of emotions. When you see a robot can't greet you, and even though it greets you, you have that feeling that no, the chemicals are not moving, it's not flowing as it's supposed to be. So Customer relationship is very important, and this is why a lot of business have soared higher than other business. This is why a lot of business have gone deeper in the mud than other business. When you don't know how to keep your first customer, you will keep losing money, because it takes you like 6 times every time more than it will have taken you, 6 times every time to get a new customer, more than what you need to serve an existing customer. So your revenue stream, that's very important. You need to know how the money is being made. If you don't know how the money is being made, then you are not yet in business. You're just busy. Business is different from business. So you need to know how the money is being made. Okay, how do we make the money? What is actually converting the money? You understand? What is converting this value to payment, attracting payment, making these guys feel like, okay, let's do business with you. We're going to pay for this and all of that. Now, your channels, that's important. How do you get your product to the people? How do they see you? How do they perceive you? Perceived value is real value. So very important. This is a whole lot of things, but I just want to just give an highlight. But more importantly, remember, at the base of everything, start thinking differently. If you have ever read anything about business canvas, you have ever gotten any training about business canvas, you have ever used it before, I want you to start thinking differently about everything you have had concerning business model canvas. Now, if you take note, you realize that this thing is divided into 2 equal halves. The first half is the emotional part, and the other half is the logical part. The business will not come to being because you are all emotional or you are all logical. It has to be balanced. The emotional part is that one that relates to the customer, okay, this and all of that. The logical part is the one that talks about, okay, the facts and figure that you need for you to get the business rolling and coming back with profit. Now, this is how it's like a cycle of how you create value. Now, look at it. Select technologies and features to be embedded in the product service. Product or service. Determine benefit to the customer from consuming or using your product or service. Identify market segment to be targeted. Confirm available revenue stream. Design mechanism to capture value. Design mechanism to capture value. I have to repeat it and see. Now, this is how to create value for customers, entice payment, and convert payment to profit. You must know what you must design something that is different about your product. Get something, a feature, a benefit for people to enjoy. I wish I could engage you more so we can talk really more about this, because I really need to take you through the part of you thinking differently. That's just the business of the day. If you are not ready to think differently, you get the same result as others. You are bound to have the same consequence as others. But you think differently, you enter into the blue ocean, and you're able to catch new fishes in their blue colors. Okay, now I know the light is already lit up in your head already, and the light I want to remind you of is the light of thinking differently. Business model canvas is not just all about you having something to sell, to buy, a service to give, or a product to sell. It's about you thinking differently about how to create value, attract payment, and convert it to profit. I really want to appreciate you for taking your time out to listen to this and watch the slide. Thanks so much.